Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about a question I was asked recently. It was, how would I start over if I had to? How would I invest my first dollar if I was starting right now? Interestingly, I would start exactly the same way. Probably because it was the most risk averse and simplest in terms of how much time I had to spend on it and how much I had to learn to use this tactic. It's inspired from or derived from Derek Foster's Lazy Investor. If you want to read the book, it's a pretty good read. I think he's a fellow Canadian. Don't quote me on that, but I think he is. This guy was a dishwasher and realized that there had to be more to life than picking cigarette butts out of ketchup on a dirty plate, and started learning how to invest and then passed down some of his distilled knowledge in a book, which basically goes like this. You invest regularly every month to take advantage of cost averaging. That way you're not trying to time the market, not trying to figure out what the low or the high is. You're just going to cost average out through the year. You pick a number of that is, feasible for you to invest regularly, whether that's $100 a paycheck, $300 a paycheck, doesn't matter. As long as you pick a number, you stick to it. And then that investment, well, depending on where you are, you should take advantage of tax accounts or tax advantages accounts like IRAs, 401ks, RRSPs, and so on, depending on which country you're in. But that aside, choose companies that are probably blue chips or very near blue chips. A blue chip is a company that's been paying dividends for, I believe, more than 25 years consecutively and has a history of increasing its dividend payments. Most banks fall within there, most distilleries, most of the companies that do, how should you call it, consumer products like toothpaste, toilet paper, feminine hygiene products, those types of companies, even in a recession, they're dubbed recession proof because even in a recession, they tend to do okay and still continue to pay their dividends. Roughly around 5% is their dividends. It's not crazy, but it's money directly back at you, which you can then mix in with your contribution and reinvest. So your money is not at very high risk. It's not like investing in technology or biopharma where things can get pretty hectic really quick. You don't necessarily have to master the topic of either investment or the company you're investing in. I'm going to say Johnson & Johnson. Please don't take that as an advice. It's just an example in this case. It's pretty simple for the most part to figure out where their bread and butter comes from. You see it on the shelves in most pharmacies and grocery stores. If you look at the guys that make paper towels and toilet paper, find those products or those producers. Ironically, when there's a crisis, people tend to stock up for some reason. Either way, it makes almost no difference to them because then the product is accumulated, is then used, and you won't buy for 6 months or a year, depending on how long. So they're usually very, very stable. They pay a nice dividend. You reinvest this dividend and you let it grow. And over time, you'll have some success stories. You will prove to yourself that this actually works, that it's not a gambling habit, that you're not throwing your money away, and that the sharks of Wall Street aren't just running away with your money. So again, in short, pick a blue chip company, a recession-proof one at that, that has a good 5% or so dividend, and just start investing. Small bonus, if you have children, when holidays come around, like we're going to have Easter here, you can teach them how to have their cake and eat it too by showing them how to invest in stuff like Hershey or whichever other chocolate or candy producer. Not that they're necessarily blue chips, and I'm not saying that this topic merges in with the first dollar invested topic. It's just Easter is right around the corner. People tend to spend as almost a mandatory effect. So yeah, you can take advantage of it. The kid will have a stock that pays him a dividend and he'll get the chocolate that he gets to eat too. Talk about your first investment lesson. I wish I'd have had that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.